That's a Danzabora ultimate. He's a little overstepped. We missed the knockup. Cthulhu throws out the 2, gets the knockup. We're going to pull the Erlung, the basic flip. Up, that was a Raw. Raw goes down. We're going to go ahead and activate our 1, jump in. We're able to get the pick onto the Danzabora. If we land our 3 right here, we could get a triple. Poseidon's able to clean it up. We missed our 3. We're going to chase down this new wall. We land some damage onto her. Basic flip. We're able to get ourselves a triple kill. Could have been a quadra kill. If we land our 3, up, he uses his beads. Sobek plucks away. Can we get the quad? Oh my goodness, we missed the 3. Poseidon's able to clean it up. That had the possibility of being a pentakill. We just missed 2 of our 3s. What a do, Scooby Boo? It's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Awilix in jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I feel like Awilix is a hyper farmer. She can really level up really quickly with the usage of her 1 to get around the jungle. She's also great at single target damage and works really well with team comps that have knockups. So let's go ahead and jump into Awilix's kit. Awilix's 1, Summon Suko. Awilix is going to summon and mount Suko, gaining increased movement speed but decreasing strafe speed. Awilix may leap off of Suko to deal damage to all enemies in an area, or that she can cancel, and this ability will not go on cooldown if she cancels. You're going to gain 25% increased movement speed while on Suko. Awilix's 2, Feather Step. Awilix is going to flip over the last enemy she hits within 1.5 seconds. It's going to root and cripple them. The damage dealt is modified based on the next basic attack in Awilix's basic attack progression. If the next attack is her 3rd attack, then she's also going to hit all targets in the area around her. So after the 3rd basic attack, if you use this ability, it's going to be 1x. After the 1st, meaning the 2nd is the next, it's going to be 1.5. And if the 3rd is the next, it's going to be 2 times the damage. The root and cripple duration is 0.6 seconds. Awilix's 3, Moonlight Charge. Awilix is going to shoot Suko forward in a line attack. If it hits an enemy from the side or behind, enemies are going to be knocked up into the air. Awilix's ultimate, Gravity Surge. Awilix is going to immediately pull the closest enemy god that either jumps away or is knocked up towards her. The target god takes damage when they land. Awilix is bathed in moonlight, gaining bonus attack speed, physical power, along with protections against roots, slows, and knockups for 6 seconds. She's going to gain 30% attack speed at level 1, 70% attack speed at level 5. She's going to gain 20 physical power at level 1, 60 physical power at level 5. And finally, Awilix's passive, Initiative. If Awilix has not taken or dealt damage in the last 5 seconds and she strikes the enemy first, she's going to increase her physical power for a short duration. The physical power increase is 30% for 2.5 seconds. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 1, level 2, put a point to our 3, level 3, put a point to our 1, level 4, put another point to our 2. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 2, max out our 3, max out our 1. In terms of the start, we started with Bumba's Dagger and tier 2 boots, meaning we had no gold for bonus potions. Bumba's Dagger is going to provide us 50 health and 50 mana. It has a passive that your basic attacks deal 20 true damage and your abilities deal an additional 30% damage versus jungle monsters. When a jungle monster is killed, you're going to be restored for 10% of the monster's health and 25 mana. We almost got a pick in mid lane. I feel like Awilix does a lot in the early game. If we landed one more basic attack, we would have gotten the first blood. We're pretty weak, so we asked our support to come over and help us with red buff. I believe we are playing with a group of 4, and 3 of us have comms. We're going to go ahead back, buy the tier 3 boots, and then start another rotation. While moving around in the jungle, we do want to summon Suko with our 1 and then cancel. We almost never want to jump with our 1. We just want to use it to move around the map a lot quicker. Because you can do this, you're going to level up really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage. probably all we're going to get. So we're just going to go ahead and rotate out, go for our blue. Whenever we hop on and hop off Suku, it is going to consume some mana, which is going to affect us in the early game. However, once we get to the mid and late game, it doesn't matter that much. We have enough mana to where it's not that noticeable. We want to use our 2 after our second basic attack. That's going to allow it to deal AoE damage, and it's also going to deal the most damage. So if we take a look at Awilix's passive, it's basically a purple spear. If it's glowing purple or pink, that means that we have not taken damage in the last 5 seconds, and that whenever we attack an enemy god, we're going to gain increased physical power. If we have taken damage, it's going to turn into kind of a dark purple. I'm going to go ahead and drop the oracles. So let me get this out of the way. It is pronounced Awilix. All my life I've called her Awilix. So if you hear an Awilix, I apologize. That's just habit. That was a terrible miss of our 3, and we accidentally flip over the minions instead of the Danzabora. Ra has rotated over. We're going to be rotating out. Red buff's almost up. If we take a look above our health bar at our speed timer, there is about 15 seconds left. If we back when there's 20 seconds left, we should be able to make it to speed right as it is spawning. Later on in the game, we are going to be upgrading Bumba's hammer to Bumba's dagger. No, other way around. We're going to be upgrading Bumba's dagger to Bumba's hammer. Bumba's hammer works really well on Awilix. Awilix's attack chain, it's a strong hit, less than strong hit, the strongest of the 3 hits. So if we just want to get quick damage off, we do want to auto attack cancel. I'm going to go ahead and hop on Suku. Achilles is under tower, he just used his ultimate. We're going to check the enemy blue buff. Enemy blue buff is not there. We're going to see if he oversteps. We might be able to get a 3 knockup into an ultimate, but it does not look like it's going to happen, so we're just going to rotate back to our blue buff. I think it is really easy to level up with Awilix. You can just run around on Suku, hitting all the camps faster than almost anyone. So if you are under leveled, I feel like you're just not farming enough. You're focused too much on getting picks instead of getting farm. Basic. We're able to clean it up. Looks like left is a little overextended. We're going to go ahead and rotate over there. We don't see him on the mini-map. Looks like they backed. Nope. New wall's here. We're going to jump. She uses her beads so she doesn't get knocked up. We're going to flip. She's very weak, but she is able to get away. Neathult is able to clean her up, and that is our first assist this game. So we're landing 2 basics, activating our 2 for the maximum damage in the AoE. And then we are landing a basic, and then activating our 3, then another basic. I feel this is the best way to clear with Awilix. We're going to go ahead and hit these harpies, which is something we normally don't do because our speed is up. But since we tried to gank solo lane, our speed blue timers are a little off. So we do have a little bit of time to kill. If our blue buff was synced with our speed buff, meaning that we go from speed to blue, and blue should be spawning, we would not have hit those back harpies. But blue buff is still not quite up. They keep hitting that back harpy, which is a little unfortunate. We're able to get the pick onto the Raw after missing our 3. We're now going to make our way to the blue buff. 2-7, so they are winning in kills. But we are about to start picking up tempo. We got 2 wards. We're going to ward deep and mid. New wall's here. That's a new wall ult. We're going to flip, use our 3, use our ultimate, and we're able to get the pick onto the new wall. So right now we are bathed in moonlight, meaning that we have increased attack speed, increased physical power, along with immunity to cripples and roots. It only lasts for a short duration, but it is pretty helpful in certain situations. We're kind of low on mana. This Danzabora has no mana, so we're going to go ahead and rotate over. We're not going to use our 1. We get the knockup. Basic, flip. Basic, basic, basic.
Me neither.
We're going to go ahead and drop the red buff, and probably back for our speed. We are going to be picking up the Crusher. Crusher is going to provide us 30 physical power, 20% attack speed, and 15 flat penetration. It has a passive that enemies hit by your damaging abilities take an additional 20 physical damage plus 15% of your physical power over 2 seconds. So it applies tick damage whenever we land an ability on an enemy. The reason we are going into the Crusher over Jotuns is because we want to really just melt down a single target. Doesn't matter how long our cooldowns are, as long as we can kill an enemy god based off of one set of our cooldowns. It's with Awilix, I feel like we want the damage to burn down a single target instead of the cooldown to attack more often. We're going to go ahead and peek the enemy blue buff. It's not there. We get the flip. Now we're going to rotate out. Somebody said enemy missing middle. We did see Nuwa kind of rotating over. Our Poseidon goes down. We might be able to get some damage on this Raw. Oh, another missed 3. The more often you hit those, the better the game you're going to have. We're just, I think this was the first game with Awilix we played that day. Basic flip, and we're able to get the pick onto the Raw. We're going to go ahead and rotate over to the dual lane. See if we can get a pick on this Danzabora. We're going to have Sobek go in there. Kind of act like a distraction. Get some abilities. He gets taunted. And he goes down. There was not much we could do right there. In order for him to survive, he needed to avoid that taunt. We're going to go ahead and jump onto the Danza. Flip. Basic. We get the knockup, we pull him, and we're able to get the pick onto the Danzabora. Our speed and blue still are not fully synced, however, it's getting close enough that we can just hit red and then back. Next, we're going to be going into Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament is going to provide us 40 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 10 MP5. It has a passive that for 8 seconds after using an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 40% damage. Abilities that function like basic attacks do not benefit from this. And it has a second passive that this item is going to grant 2.5 MP5 per 10% of your missing mana. So the second passive is going to be helpful since we're burning mana riding around on Suko. The Crusher provides 15 flat penetration. So if we take a look at our physical protections, we have 55. Let's assume that the enemy has 55 physical protections. We're going to be dealing damage to them with the flat pen as if they only had 40 physical protections.
There you go, little guy.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We're going to jump, avoid the new wall minions. That was an unexpected route. Erlang dashes in. That's a knock up. We use our ultimate to pull him. We flip. We get the pick onto one. We're going to jump. Oh no, we're in execution threshold. We used our Aegis. So we went Blink for our first relic, Aegis for our second. Taking a look at their team comp, I feel like Aegis is going to be helpful for Raw ults, Nuwa ults, Achilles ults. We're able to pick onto the Achilles. Now we're going to chase down this last Nuwa. We assume our team's going to keep pushing her, but then she kind of wiggles back. Then she wiggles back the other way. We're like, alright, we're just going to chase her with our team. We're faster than her. We should be able to clean it up. We use our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Nuwa. It's really easy to activate Hydras on Awilix. You jump in, land a basic attack, land a second basic attack, flip over, land a basic attack, activate your 3, land a basic attack. When using your 3, you kind of want to judge which way the enemy's facing whenever you use your 2. If they're running away from you, maybe you want to use your 3 first to get the knock up, land some basics, and then use your 2. If they're facing you, you can use your 2 to get behind them and then use your 3 to knock them up. While they're knocked up, you can still hit them with basic attacks and deal a decent amount of damage. And there's not a lot they can do while they're knocked up. Pretty sure we secured those. We get taunted, we're on Suku, so we're looking to just run away. Our team's crashing, so we're going to flip, activate our 3, use our ultimate, and the Poseidon's able to clean up the Erlang Shen. That's a knee thought onto the Danza. We get the knock up, basic, basic. Oh, we should have done another basic before flipping. But he was under tower, we were taking tower shots, so we just wanted to try to get our damage off. So right now we are level 17, 15, almost 16 minutes into the game, highest level in the lobby. I feel like it's really just because we're hopping on Suku and hitting camps. Being 8-0 definitely helps, but you get a lot more XP from farming than you do for getting kills. We're going to go ahead and hit the Greater Scorpion. Whew. A little closer than I would like it to be, but we are able to secure it. That's going to enhance our red buff and our purple buff. We're going to go ahead and back, and we're going to be picking up Arondight. Arondight's going to provide us 75 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that whenever your ultimate ability has finished casting, you're going to reveal all enemy gods within 120 units for 8 seconds. While moving towards revealed enemies, you're going to gain 30% movement speed. When first striking a revealed target, they're going to take an additional 40 plus 30% of your physical power. This can only occur once every 45 seconds. So whenever we ult somebody, we're going to get the proc from Hydras and the proc from Arondight. We should be able to melt whoever we pull. Once we get to these late game fights, we miss our knockup. But once we get to these late game fights, we're going to be looking to kind of just use our whole kit onto the Danza, the Raw, or the Erlang. Basic flip. That's his ultimate. We're going to use Suku. Erlang's here. We're in a little bit of trouble. We hop on Suku. We get taunted back. We're going to jump away. We were holding our jump until we really needed it. We're still in this fight though.
Your right tower is under attack.
They're running away, so we're going to start rotating towards mid.
Are you kidding me?
We did not have very good threes this game. We definitely missed more than we hit.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We're gonna get use our ultimate. Thank goodness for the Poseidon knockup. Basic, flip, basic. Try to finish him with basics. Up. We took a lot of damage. We're gonna jump away. It's better to stay alive than to confirm a kill in about 95% of situations. Next, we're gonna start working on Heartseeker.
Be right back.
We are definitely on pace to hit level 20 for 20 minutes in the game, which is definitely harder to do this season than it was last season. We get the knockup, basic. Oh, we missed our basics. We're kind of over the fight now. So 3 of our 4 teammates have knockups. That was a very weird interaction. The Achilles used his ultimate, got pulled by Sobek. Once his ultimate finished casting, he like flew up in the air like he got pulled by Sobek. Poseidon has a knockup, Cthulhu has a knockup in his ultimate, and then Sobek has a knockup. We're gonna make a play for this Nua. We get the knockup, basic, flip. That's her beads. And we're able to clean up the Nua.
On my way.
We had to set up a ward. We still have our ultimate. If we could get a pull right here, we could probably get the pick onto that Raw. I don't see him surviving our damage. We're gonna go ahead and rotate to the fight over in right.
On my way. On my way. Your right tower is under attack.
We're gonna flip. That cancels him out of his dash. We're gonna get the knockup. We're gonna use our ultimate. We get an assist. We eat the Achilles ultimate. We're gonna flip. Keep landing basics. Activate our 3. Peel back. Raw's coming in. We're able to avoid the Raw one. But now we're gonna chase down Raw. We do have our blink. We're gonna go ahead and jump. Basic, and we're able to clean up the Raw. Danzaboro is over on the left Phoenix, which is not very good. We're gonna go ahead and just head his way before even trying to buy anything. We're gonna blink up. R3 misses. Nothing new this game. He's clearly this leaf. We jump right as he taunts like a fool. And because we did that, he should be able to get away. We should have kept running forward on Suku, jumped over the taunt, and then we might have been able to get the pick onto him. We're going to go ahead and back. Still don't have quite enough money. Well, I guess we did, but we're going to go ahead and pick up Bumba's Hammer. Bumba's Hammer is going to provide us 300 health, 200 mana, 10% penetration, and 20% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that after casting the ability, your next basic attack deals an additional 80 true damage. After hitting a basic attack empowered by Bumba's Hammer, your active cooldowns are reduced by 1 second, and you're healed for 5% of your maximum health. So coming up is going to be the play of the game. Don't know how I'm going to commentate it. I don't know if I should hype it up or I should be like, oh, I missed it. This should have been a pentakill. So we will see what Shawnee B decides.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
We're going to go ahead and rotate right. There's 2 people over here. We're just going to wait, see if either one of them overstep. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage. Danzabora is now over here. We're going to activate Suku. Start running away.
On my
trying to avoid as much damage as possible. We get knocked up. We're going to turn back around, start running towards the tower. That's a Danzabora ultimate. He's a little overstepped. We missed the knockup. Cthulhu throws out the 2, gets the knockup. We're going to pull the Erlung, the basic flip. Up, that was a Raw. Raw goes down. We're going to go ahead and activate our 1, jump in. We're able to pick onto the Danzabora. If we laned our 3 right here, we could get a triple. Poseidon's able to clean it up. We missed our 3. We're going to chase down this Nuwa.
An enemy has been slain.
We land some damage onto her. Basic flip. We're able to get ourselves a triple kill. Could have been a quadra kill. If we land our 3. Up, he uses his beads. Sobek plucks away. Can we get the quad? Oh my goodness, we missed the 3. Poseidon's able to clean it up. That had the possibility of being a pentakill. We just missed 2 of our 3s. Super unfortunate. I feel like a grouping like that only happens once in 50 games. And we dropped our pentakill. But we're going to go ahead and hit the fire giant with our team. And the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.